Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102. We have a requested video here. I liaise a lot with Neil about scouting, tactics, this and that. So I compiled this list, and Neil suggested I should put it into a video. So here we are. So this is for the benefit of the current update, the April 2024 update. A real worthwhile thing to know. So what I've done is I literally went through a game of all the older players. I've pretty much gone 30 and above. Now 30 and above, I think I've got Harry Kane in there who's 29, but predominantly 30 and above. Some of these players will retire after season 1. Some of them will probably go within 2 seasons, within 3, probably within the first 4 or 5 seasons. Majority of these will retire, and I've made a note of their balance, bravery, flair. So let's start then with, I'm a bit of a fucking geek, as you've probably seen. I've categorised it into nationalities, and I just think it's a worthwhile tool. And I did this actually during my current Peterborough game. So let's go to the top then. Van Sturgen, the 3 digits that you see are your balance, bravery, flair. Now ordinarily, these 3 digits don't alter on a regen. So Van Sturgen will retire, his regen will arrive, a complete different name, and that name changes every save, just to clarify that. So if I get a regen of Van Sturgen and his name is John Smith, he's not going to be John Smith in your game. It's complete randomised. Now, to my understanding, well, definitely the case in the past, versions of CM, the balance, bravery, flair doesn't alter from a regen to a regen, from a player to his regen. It might alter when the game starts, so I might start a brand new save and Van Sturgen may start as 15, 16, 6. But his regen will be the same, and so on and so on, his regen. However, that is not the case on this version of CM, on this update. Definitely not the case, and I'm going to give you an example of that in a moment. But Van Sturgen is 15, 15, 5, balance, bravery, flair. He's a goalkeeper, he's German, and he starts a brand new game at the age of 31. Now Manuel Neuer is probably a better example. 14, 14, 12, goalkeeper, Germany, 37. He'll possibly retire within season 1, at best 2. Now you can see we've got 3 Dutch. I mean, the reason I've wrote all these down is because as I started doing this during my Peterborough game, regardless, I had a separate thing going on, and we spelt fucking Germany wrong there, haven't we? I'm keeping an eye now. I'm trying to remember players that are roughly, because I'm seasons in, players like 30 years of age will be retiring. So let's take a look at the Brazilians here. Now, on my Peterborough game, I haven't actually found Thiago Silva and Fernandinho. They're very, very difficult to find. Brazil is very difficult to find regens, unless, of course, you're using a third-party program, but it's very, very difficult. There's so many Brazilian teams in the game. I find Neymar retires quite early, but I think that's due to injury. He starts like 18 months out injured whilst playing in Saudi Arabia. We've got now I've just found Griezmann in my game. I found a big way to always find regens is definitely going to the under-21s nations. France is a good example. Of course, your school search, you'll find under-20s school. It depends if you've got the patch applied. That will minimise the results of that to 180 PA. But school search will often bring you up a couple of regens. I think that's where I found Salah. Some of these I've not even looked for. Modric. Now, Modric, if you were looking for Modric manually, like you would go for all the Croatian teams, he should be a little bit easier to find. There's not as many teams in Croatia, so there ain't many stars in Croatia. But that Modric, I've got the Modric, what I believe is a Modric regen, but the balance, bravery, flair is different, so fuck knows. And it's the same with Suarez, really. Suarez and Cavani, I had a beast striker, and it didn't match. It was 20-20-20, but I still believe that the beast striker is Suarez, but the balance, bravery, flair did alter. Mane, I've just found Mane. Found out he was at Man United. He'd moved on a freebie. So he arrived as a free transfer. I'm also finding that a lot of players retire and don't always regen in their countries. They actually come on a free transfer. Now the problem about that is they could then go absolutely anywhere. And the way you can find out by what's available on a free transfer is on the Find Player search. Type in no club. I have got a video on keywords. No club, capital N, capital S, capital N, capital C, and I've got the filter to PAs of 150. So, you know, 150 is not brilliant on no club. Of course, there's a traditional keyword Sedgeford with a capital S. That is PA of 170. So, that's that. So, so like I said, this might be of interest to some of you guys to save you going through it. But I wanted to give you the update on it. So that's it. Let's just go over to my other side here. Spain, De Gea. I mean, I think I've got De Gea regen, but it's different. Santi Cazorla, you'll find Cazorla quite quickly. Same with Pepe Reina. What? I missed out someone's data, but no, I haven't. You'll find Pepe Reina, I think he'll retire within one season. Pepe, I found Pepe in my game. I think, Neil, when we were looking, we found Pepe for you. Ronaldo. Now, Ronaldo will sometimes go after season 1, as will Messi. Sometimes he'll go after season 2. Ronaldo tends to arrive at a Portuguese Premiership team, so just flick through them. There's a few players. I mean, I actually didn't realise. I can't find him, or he might have changed. But where is he? Iniesta. I didn't realise Iniesta was still going in the game. De Bruyne is still going in. No, tell a lie. I have found De Bruyne in my game, but he's not interested in me. Lukaku's still going. Kane's still going. Trippier. I haven't even looked for these two, to be honest with you. So Messi, I've got Messi, as you know. And then the recent two that I added was Raheem Sterling and Sane. So it's quite interesting, really. You know, Lewandowski, you'll get him, and you know, you've probably possibly seen him in my game, Lewandowski. There's certain regens, right? They don't always materialise the way their pre-gen is. And my example on that is Messi in my game. Someone asked me the question, how do regens work in terms of the PA? So Ronaldo and Messi, they start with a PA of 200, but because of their age, their CA is nowhere near that. The CA can vary. Now, any regen, so let's take that. Let me take that Messi regen. He will come, I know it's Messi regen, same position, same foot, same balance bravery flair, and he will have the same, I haven't checked this, I don't need to check it, I know this is the case, but you can check it using a third-party program. He will have the same PA of 200. You'd expect him to live up to the expectations of the name Messi, but in all honesty, it doesn't always happen like that, and I know that from my three-man game, being 140 odd seasons plus into it, you get the odd regen that doesn't live up, but most do. Lewandowski in my game is phenomenal. He really is phenomenal. But then you'll get players, you know, creations, and they turn into great players. So that's it. I hope that helped. Until next time from me, guys, take it easy.